Well, big win last night. You know there's going to be a response tonight, so what's the approach?
Well, the thing for us is, we'll go over we've gone over the video here last night and today, and, try and prep our team for the way we want to get ready for tonight. We know Tucson's going to make adjustments and obviously get a response, and we're in a playoff battle. They're in a playoff battle, and every game down the stretch here counts. So every game that we play is going to be a huge adjustment the next game. One thing for me, I'm looking for a response from last night. We were okay last night, but we weren't good enough to play 60 minutes. And so we can't take away the fact that we won, but we have to make sure that we're trying to improve every day and get better. And last week we really focused on structure. I thought last night we really lost a little bit of respect for our structure, and it almost stung us a few times.
Well, and you mentioned being in a playoff battle. Before yesterday's game began, the Stars are sitting 7th out of 8 teams in this division. Today, you're 5th, and you're the one spot right out of that playoff bubble. So do you mention that to your team? Do you guys know that this has turned into a much tighter race in 24 hours?
Well, I think they know the importance of it, but sometimes we just have to reiterate it and put it right up on the board and talk about it, because we have to be aware of it. And we're in our playoff lives right now. We don't have the luxury of being 15 games over 500, and some nights things don't go your way, and you don't call it taking a night off. But right now, every shift and every period for us is a playoff mindset, and we have to have that intensity. We have to have that focus. We have to have that will and that want to be able to step on the ice and compete at a high level every shift for 60 minutes. It's not going to go your way every time, but if you're putting the work in and it's an honest work ethic, you can always accept some of the things that happen.
3 games out of Justin Peters since joining this team. The numbers look good. What have you seen out of your veteran goaltender?
Well, Justin's been a real professional coming into our group here. Obviously, we had to give up a little bit to get a player, but that's hockey. He's been a very good addition to our hockey club, not only on the ice but in the dressing room. You see that professional preparation in him, his mindset, you watch him on the ice. He's what we need right now, and he's a good veteran leader in our dressing room. And that being said, is we have to still play tight. We still have to have structure. We only gave up 27 shots against last night, but still, I think we could have kept that down below 25 if we would have had a little bit more tighter structure. And that allows him to settle in and get a feel for who we are as a group and how we play, and adjust to his game to our team.
I know you thought last night could have been tighter. It seems like he's been very stable for this team over the 3 games he's played. Have you noticed any kind of response from your defenseman after he's come and taken over the net?
It's tough to tell right now. Last night we made some mistakes. On the first goal, we lost our coverage. On the second goal, it was a 6-on-4 situation. We lost a little bit of coverage, but we don't change the way we try to play just because we have a goaltender that's putting up better numbers right now. We have to continue to play. Now, we're not a big heavy D. We're not a big offensive back end. We're kind of a mixture of, we're kind of a bit of a hybrid of a offensive back end and a mid-sized back end. So we have to defend hard. We have to be in good positions. Structure is a key word for our back end. And when that structure breaks down, it's good to have, a veteran presence there who understands that, hey, I've got to be ready when this happens or this happens. And he's done a pretty good job in that aspect so far. But, anytime you win, you got to look at the positives and look at the improvements for your team. And that's what we'll do this morning.